Well, hey there. Welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And my goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision as to whether or not you want to spend time or money or both watching a specific film. So the specific film I'm reviewing today is called Blood Relatives. This comedy horror is now available to stream online. It's definitely rated R and is an hour and 28 minutes long. So not a family-friendly flick, but I will give you some tips for parents here in just a minute. My movie review mom grade is a B. And let me explain why I gave it the score that I did. I'm going to give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things that I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, funny lines or interesting lines, and movie recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that I instantly thought of as I was watching this one. So let's get started. In a nutshell, a vampire's loner lifestyle is thrown into disarray when a teenager shows up claiming to be his daughter, and she's got the fangs to prove it. On a road trip across America's blacktops, they decide how to sink their teeth into family life. Dun, dun, dun. The movie is both written and directed by Noah Sagan. But wait, he also stars in it. That always impresses me, especially for a first-time director. I'm curious to see what else he has to say. So there are plenty of things that I liked about this movie. First of all, this unconventional road trip flick features two vampires played by Noah Sagan and Victoria Morales. Yiddish words like mensch, oy vey, putz, and schlep are used because this old ancient vampire used to live back in the day speaking like a Jewish Yiddish guy. He was Yiddish. And so it's really fun to see him transported back into modern day America. It looked like the scenes were actually filmed on location rather than on a green screen, which is always refreshing. It felt like we were taking a road trip. There is some humor to make the movie more playful and fun. We get to watch an ancient vampire transition into a dad. So yes, there are some dad jokes. Some moral territory is covered as the vampires discuss the rights and wrongs of vampire life. So I thought that was kind of interesting. And it would lend into interesting conversations to compare it to today's parenting decisions. The film makes a statement on how we all just want to belong and know where we came from. The filming and lighting were good, especially considering so many scenes took place at night because, vampires don't like the sunlight. There were some things that I didn't like, however, or things that I just thought could have been done better. For example, it is a pretty slow burn of a movie with kind of a meh payoff. Not all of the humor lands, and not that much really happens to propel the movie into more than just a road trip film. Fans of horror will be disappointed that there isn't more action, and families who are looking for a family-friendly movie might be horrified that there is so much blood and gore and vampire stuff in the movie. So it walks this fine line of not really being one or the other. Let me give you some tips for parents, though. There is a lot of blood and some gore. There is profanity, including F-bombs, and there are crude conversations and crude language. And so for those reasons, it is definitely not a family-friendly film. Some of the themes that are illustrated very well in the movie are belonging, the Jewish experience, parenting, family, one-night stands, fatherhood, and parenting. So I always share interesting lines and funny lines so you can kind of get a flavor of the script itself. And I have all of them written down on my moviereviewmom.com website, but I'll share a few of them with you right now. So, for example, Francis, Noah, the dad vampire, takes his daughter, the new emerging vampire, out to eat. And he says, "Hey, what are you, an animal? Use a fork." So then the dad vampire is talking with the daughter vampire, and they're talking about whatever. And she's a typical Gen Z. She says something like, It's bad for the environment. And he says, so are cell phones and eating people. So there's a lot of snarky humor in the movie like that. Another line is when the teenage daughter says, my phone's dead. And then the dad says, so am I. So it's not always great humor, but certainly attempts at humor. And then an interesting line that I thought was really good is Noah Sagan, the vampire, says, a person will do anything to stay alive, as he's questioning, and his daughter is questioning, what is the quality of life of a vampire? And then Francis, the dad, learns some life lessons and says, part of being a parent is thinking of your kid before yourself. And for him to be able to say that shows great character arc and maturity, because when we meet him, he's a single bachelor living the vampire life, all alone. So some other movies that instantly came to my mind as I was watching this are, first of all, Zombieland. And the reason I thought of that is because it's playful and it's gory and disgusting and has zombies, like vampires. There's blood and gore, but it's kind of hilarious, and it's got Bill Murray in it. Hello, he's awesome. And because the original was so much fun and so popular, there is now Zombie Double Tap, part 2. And in fact, I will queue up my movie review right after I'm done with this one, so you can watch that one, because I just thought it was really fun. And then another interesting movie that attempts at humor and also has Bill Murray in it is called The Dead Don't Die. I think it really flew under the radar. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know. There were some things I didn't like. But if you're in a punchy mood and you want a little, horror mixed in with comedy, you might actually get a kick out of it. So check that one out. I also did a movie review on that one. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my movie review. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I hope that my movie reviews are helpful to you. And if they are, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment down below and all of that. It spreads magical YouTube dust all over my channel so other people can find my movie reviews. All right, I hope you enjoy this movie, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.